Borderlands 4, bro. There's a game I'm really excited about this year. This is definitely one of them.
What use is a vault hunter? What use is a killer?
I've seen this cinematic.
Of brutes. A rule-breaking, loot-taking, running and gunning natural disaster. You are, in a word, mayhem. I take that personally.
I don't think I saw this trailer.
Nothing wrong, nothing wrong, ain't nothing wrong with a little bit of hot. No, nothing wrong with a little bit.
Oh my God. Is that like a turret?
A citywide curfew has been enacted. Violators will be shot on sight.
I don't want to see a single comment. I don't want to see a single comment.
On sight.
Not a single comment. All right, let's move on. So this must have been the main trailer because I never saw that. And this whole video is like a deep dive for Borderlands 4. And it shows like a lot of the gameplay and stuff. That's what I'm most curious
Heyo,
about. Hello.
I'm Randy Pitchford, founder of Gearbox Entertainment. Today, we're giving you our deepest look yet at Borderlands 4. All the excitement, loot, and gnarly carnage all running on PlayStation 5 Pro.
Since creating the looter shooter genre nearly 16 years ago,
Hold up. Is this game only out on PlayStation whips? There's no way it's only PlayStation, right? It's everything, right? Okay. I wonder if it's going to come out early on PlayStation, though. I could see them doing something like that. Just so y'all understand watching this, bro, like, I loved Borderlands, okay? I played Borderlands 2. I played so much of that game, bro. And I am very excited for Borderlands 4. Candidly, I didn't play Borderlands 3. And I don't know why, but I also heard that it was kind of like iffy. So I'm very excited for Borderlands 4.
To refine the formula, delivering better loot, greater freedom, and endless mayhem.
I've seen some good stuff about it too.
4,
like a lot of the comments seem to be excited about this game.
This is hands down our best Borderlands ever. All new movement, abilities, bigger and badder enemies, and a brand new planet. All in service of making you feel like a total badass.
It's the perfect entry point for new players with incredible new places and a great story. And for our longtime Borderlands fans, we're throwing back to our more grounded tone while pushing gameplay ahead further than ever before.
My understanding
this is the culmination of years of hard work from my teammates across the Gearbox studios. So enough talk, let's get it.
This is about to be a 30-minute video. I'll try to not pause a lot, but from my understanding, like Borderlands 2, Borderlands 3 got away from that, right? Kind of what Borderlands 2 was. And what I've seen in the comment section so far is a lot of people like think that this game's kind of going back to that Borderlands 2 style, which I did love and was very addicted to. So
this is Borderlands 4.
I don't really know how to make content with it, but hey, I mean, I like it, I'll play it. I mean, gameplay-wise, it looks great, in my opinion. It looks like Borderlands, right? That cell shaders at this style of graphics.
Borderlands is an unforgiving sci-fi universe where life is cheap and guns are plentiful.
This game was
you
so
play
good,
as a vault hunter,
whole concept
a
behind
badass mercenary with powerful abilities called action skills.
Today I'm playing as Vex, our new siren. She wields supernatural phase energy to devastating effect. She can use that energy to empower herself or channel it to conjure deadly minions that fight alongside her.
That's cool.
And because everything's better in co-op, I'm joining as Rafa, a former TDR soldier who wears an experimental exosuit. He can digistruct an arsenal of weapons, like the razor-sharp arc knives.
Oh my God.
These are 2 of our 4 new Vault Hunters that you can play at launch.
Borderlands 4 takes place on Kairos, An all-new planet steeped in conflict. For thousands of years, the Timekeeper kept the planet hidden, controlling its inhabitants with bolts, cybernetic implants fused to their spines. Anyone who stepped out of line was brutally crushed by his army of synthetic soldiers known as the Order.
That is until 6 years ago when Elpis showed up. This rogue moon was teleported away from Pandora at the end of Borderlands 3.
I was literally about to say, I
legendary
wonder if
vault
you had
hunter
to play
Lilith.
Borderlands 3 to understand this
When it
story.
reappeared across the galaxy, it crashed into the protective veil around Kairos. The results were devastating. A planet-wide cataclysmic event that disrupted the Timekeeper's perfect order.
Now people all across Kairos have started rising up, some even ripping out their bolts, and chunks of their brain along with it. That's the situation our Vault Hunters have crash-landed into. A planet ready to explode, and you're the spark. As you explore, you'll meet a cast of incredible characters. Fan favorites return, like Zane and Moxie. You'll also meet new friends like Rush.
And as always, Claptrap is along for the
Claptrap,
ride.
baby.
Last but not least is Echo 4. This helpful drone follows you everywhere, hacking order tech, scanning the environment, and helping guide you to objectives. But enough of all that. Let's get into the game.
Yeah, let's see it. I think one thing I really heard, I'm just gonna pause for one more second. One thing I really heard was like in I think it was Borderlands 3, right? Like the game, I saw just a brief clip of this on TikTok, and that's why I was like, oh, there's new Borderlands gameplay. I want to react to it. And it was something about the legendaries, and I think like the legendaries weren't really legendary anymore, meaning like they were everywhere. And this are kind of getting back to like it's a rare thing to see, which was like Borderlands 2. So I have a lot of high hopes for this, bro.
Thanks to our improved lobby system, it's easier than ever to join up with your friends on the fly. And with full crossplay at launch, you can play with your friends on any platform.
Awesome. How are you?
Today, we're venturing into Terminus Range, a frigid, mountainous region.
This is just one of the 4 zones on Kairos that you can seamlessly
Can you look up
explore.
what year Borderlands 2 came out?
There's next to no loading
Genuinely
time, just
curious.
endless looting and shooting
Remember how old
mayhem.
I was? I played it on the 360, I want to say.
For our current mission, we need to break into a secret
2012.
black site located deep in the mountains. One of the Timekeeper's generals, Vile Lichter, has been conducting grotesque
looks great.
experiments on locals.
Everything I'm looking at
It's
here.
up to us to stop it.
All right, let's get moving. Here I'm using Glide, one of our new movement abilities. Along with dash, double jump, climbing, and point grapple, these make getting around more fun and add a ton of utility to combat.
As you traverse,
I also
you'll
saw
uncover
somewhere
a vast and beautiful
Borderlands
world.
4 is coming out earlier.
And to bring Kairos to life,
And
we've
they said-
introduced dynamic weather and events, so you constantly have new things to discover.
I gotta pause for 2 seconds. I saw something that Borderlands 4, I think it's coming out like late September now, I want to say. And it's earlier than they originally announced. And there was some speculation that it's because of Grand Theft Auto. I did hear that, but I didn't hear it. Let me rephrase. I saw it on TikTok, so I take that with a grain of salt. But it is coming out, or September 12th. Is that what it's coming
There's
out?
also plenty of local wildlife to contend with,
said September
like these
12th.
Cratch, flying beasts who attack in flocks.
The movement does look different.
Here we've come across
I'm
a
assuming
silo,
this is all new,
one of
though.
several new activities
Just
in
from what
Borderlands
I
4.
remember, like
You'll naturally
sliding and all
discover
that.
short gameplay experiences like
I
this
remember that
all
then,
across Kairos.
too.
There's no need to pick up a mission first. These are auto-granted and tracked on your HUD.
That's great.
Silos house old, decommissioned order tech that you can hijack for the Crimson Resistance.
With the help of Echo 4, we'll hack into their network and release the communications balloon.
That's sick. What?
Now that we're in charge, we can fast travel to the silo. And as a bonus, it's revealed the approximate location of a vault key fragment. We can collect these fragments to unlock a hidden vault. a high-level dungeon with challenging combat and serious loot.
Nope.
Let's get after it.
Yeah, like they said this was new, but this whole movement, like I don't remember anything like that in Borderlands 2. No fall damage. W.
Another nice thing about silos is you can zip line up and take off.
What on earth? That was cool. Wow, so there's a lot of like movement stuff.
And if that's not fast enough for you, you can always pull out your personal vehicle, the Digirunner. Just hop on, hit boost, and get rolling.
You can customize the body, paint job, and even how it handles.
And because this is Borderlands, you best believe it has guns.
As you traverse, you'll encounter a host of dynamic events. From order patrols to world bosses, there's always something to shoot and loot.
That is dope. It's like open world-esque kind of, but also has missions. I also like that they said it auto like accepts the missions. I need that.
We're coming up on an
personally.
order outpost. Let's see the new movement abilities in action.
So like that slide, I don't remember anything like that. I mean, they literally said new movement.
Chaining our new traversal abilities together makes combat more dynamic than ever. You can dash in and out of melee attacks, dodge projectiles, or quickly reposition to gain an advantage.
Man, one thing Borderlands did so well is just how every gun was unique, you know? Like even just looking at what he's swapping back and forth between here. Just grip at him. It's like a charge. And I mean, me personally, I love this art style. Like me personally. I know some people are like, yeah, but I think it's dope.
Now, I know that there's a vault fragment around here somewhere, but we've got a mission to get back to. Let's pull out Echo 4 to show us where to go.
I love that.
We're meeting up with none other than the Tigra Partali herself, Amara.
Something that's like, Tim, go this
She's
way.
a former vault hunter and exotic pet sitter from
I need
Borderlands
that, bro.
3. She came to Kairos in search of Lilith and is now helping us take down the Timekeeper.
Don't you
So that
want
kind of auto hooks for you too. That's cool.
In a moment, huh? Ugh, you agree to pet sit for a few weeks, and the next thing you know, you're having full conversations with animals.
You don't use security like that unless you've got something to hide. This must be the path to the black side.
Agreed. But if Lilith is on the other side, I don't mind some property destruction.
Lilith.
Ooh, your specialty. Please, be my guest.
Come, let's throw some light on this black site of his.
On Earth?
This place is crawling with creeps. Clear them out.
Co-op has always been at the heart of Borderlands, and we've put a ton of work into making it better than ever. Our improved lobby was just the start. You can also set your own campaign difficulty independently of the rest of the party. This way, everyone can tune the experience to their liking.
That's interesting.
And you don't have to worry about loot ninjas stealing your drops, as loot is always instanced for each player. Plus, if you ever get split up, you can easily fast travel to your friends.
And two-player split screen returns so you can enjoy couch co-op. Regardless of how you play, we just want you to be able to hang with your buddies and have a great time.
So that's interesting. So they said you could have, basically you could have someone play with you, but you could be playing on a certain level and they could be playing on a certain level, but then the loot wouldn't be shared and they have their own and you have your own. Oh, it's kind of unique. Also, I think gaming just in general kind of got away from split screen stuff. Just, you know, being someone that grew up with split screen, obviously, if you remember playing like, you know, no screen peeking or whatever growing up, I think that there's a benefit, especially with a game like this, where it's like you and your friend can hop on, play this game together with split screen, or you or your significant other, whoever. I don't know. It's a pretty awesome thing. I think that's a cool little thing to add in.
What the
it's like
hell
a-
is that?
What are the odds the thing's name is Tim, bro? Am I seeing that right? What are the odds of that, bro? I watched the deep dive for Borderlands 4. I'm interested in the game, and the first little boss guy that comes out, his name's Tim. Go Tim, dude!
What the hell is that?
Tim's kind of a tank.
Everyone else heard the talking creep, right?
Tim feels like the product of Lictor's twisted mind. Another of
Kill
his
Tim, that's the
experiments.
objective.
If he's
No,
doing
not
this to
Tim.
creeps, I shudder to think what he's doing to Lilith. We need to get inside. That air vent. Let's check it out. Hermes is really creeped out in here. Not me, obviously. Hermes.
Now that we're in the black site, let's take a moment to talk about loot.
Yeah.
In
Okay.
Borderlands 4, each piece of gear comes from one of 8 manufacturers with their own characteristics and trademarks. There's Jacobs, with crit-friendly black powder weapons, the elemental expertise of Maliwan, Landh, who solve lower accuracy with more bullets, the toss to reload Tedior, or Torg with explosions! We also have 3 new ones. The Order with powerful charge and release blasts,
That's cool.
fully auto rippers, and the reliable, easy-to-use Daedalus, which can use multiple ammo types.
But that's just the start. We've introduced an all-new licensed parts system. This allows for behaviors and abilities from multiple manufacturers to spawn in a single weapon. For instance, this flat-off assault rifle features a Torg mag,
is awesome.
Hyperion shield, and a Maliwan elemental switch,
That's cool.
meaning it shoots fast and explodes things. The higher the rarity, the more parts that can randomly spawn, creating wilder and wilder loot.
So you could get,
And
okay,
that's
sick.
before even getting into alt-fire modes, underbarrels, and elemental damage.
Bro, just throw his gun and it's an automatic turret. Am I seeing that right? Did he throw that?
Before even getting into alt-fire modes, underbarrels, and elemental damage.
The possibilities are truly endless.
That was...
To support playing with your favorite manufacturer, we've added enhancements. This new type of gear replaces artifacts and provides bonuses to specific manufacturers. Take my current enhancement. It adds a kill bonus to all guns with Daedalus parts, along with more reload speed and critical damage. This lets you min-max your build around your favorite manufacturer, immediately turning just okay guns into amazing weapons.
I feel like those are
Finally,
really good changes.
We've heard your feedback, and we've overhauled our drop rates and loot
I
across.
think this is what I said. This is the thing I saw on TikTok that showed me this was out.
Finally, we've heard your feedback, and we've overhauled our drop rates and loot across the game. We've worked hard to make sure all our gear feels better than ever, while also making rarity matter again. This makes for our most satisfying loot chase ever. And at the top of everything are legendaries. These have always had unique effects that you won't find on any other piece of gear. But in Borderlands 3,
sick.
they drop too often. This not only devalued legendaries, it made everything feel less valuable.
Right.
In our new system, not only do all guns feel great, but now legendaries will truly be special events. We've added the magic back to our loot chase, and we know you'll love grinding all that great gear on Kairos.
So I feel like that was a big thing that I saw with complaints for Borderlands 3 was that I feel like, I mean, looking at this, it looks like they kind of noted it and addressed it for Borderlands 4. So in my opinion, I think that's a very good thing, right? It means they were kind of tuned to it. They saw the feedback and they, made the adjustments. So, I mean, I think that's a really good change they did.
But let's get back to combat so I can show you
I
my
didn't
favorite
play
thing.
Borderlands 3,
Ordnance.
but it's what it
This
seemed.
is the new gear slot.
I'll say this. If you played Borderlands 3, let me know in the comment section, because my last Borderlands was Borderlands 2. So you tell me, with all this that you're seeing.
For grenades and heavy
I'm gonna come
weapons
look
like
at it.
rocket launchers.
What on earth? That is awesome.
Instead of taking up a gun slot and ammo, Ordnance now has cooldown timers. No more saving the big guns for boss fights. Now you can blow stuff up as often as you want.
Before we go further, let's talk a little bit about action skills. Every Vault Hunter has a set of 3 unique action skills.
I don't remember it. Was this in the game? Was this in Borderlands 2? It may have been. God, it's been so long, bro. I mean, I was literally 22 when I played it last. It was right. It was before I started. Well, it must have been right before I started streaming. I wasn't playing it while I was streaming. I don't know if I remember all this. It's almost like talent systems kind of a thing, like in WoW. I mean, I'm very intrigued by this.
These are class-defining abilities with devastating effects. Up until now, I'd been using Incarnate to deliver powerful phase blasts.
Stop. I have to see. Vex creates a phase explosion dealing damage to nearby enemies while restoring her health. While active Vex can increase movement speed. The blast. Okay, I've seen him doing that, I think. Blasting with his hand. Cooldown won't incarcerate and refund the cooldown. Cooldown 55 seconds. All right, so they're flat out abilities.
Up until now, I'd been using Incarnate to deliver powerful phase blasts.
This was in Borderlands 2.
But let's switch it up to Phase Familiar and pull out Trouble. As you can see,
So
each
like
action
specs.
skill has its own branching skill tree, giving you more build freedom than ever before.
Wow.
On top of passive skills, you can further customize action skills with augments and capstones.
It's almost like a
These
hunter.
are socketed
That's kinda sick.
enhancements that add new behaviors and functions to your action skill.
Different builds completely change how combat plays out, resulting in near endless freedom to experiment. You can swap unlock augments or capstones on the fly, or completely respec your skill trees at hubs around Kairos.
This gives us a chance to talk about traits. Each Vault Hunter has a unique passive ability called a trait. For Vex, her action skills attune to the element of her equipped weapon. So by swapping guns, I can change Trouble's damage from kinetic to shock, fire, or any other elemental type.
And also, you can pet the cat.
Dead end. Or is it?
That's dope.
Let's see where this vent takes us. Gods. Are those test tubes?
It's like a ground slam. That was kind of sick. This game was so... I'll pause for 1 second. I'm sorry. This game was so good at making the gun... I'll speak for myself. When I played Borderlands 2, and I found like a super like dope gun, it made like, even if the gun wasn't like legendary, it made it feel awesome. I don't know how to explain it. Like obviously this whole game is about gun and just crazy guns and crazy abilities behind them, but like this game did that so well when I was playing Borderlands 2. And I mean, it looks like I feel like just watching this, it feels there for Borderlands 4.
I'm down. But thankfully, our fight for your life mechanic makes a return. Of course, I could have avoided it in the first place if I had just used my ref kit. This new piece of gear provides health and other buffs, like temporarily boosting my elemental damage, rate of fire, or movement speed.
I'm trying to figure out what that big gun cooldown is.
I'm almost afraid to ask what's in the tube.
Oh, look at these guys. Are those crystals growing out of them?
By the way, if you're looking to experience the story again or just grind for loot, we've added full mission and boss replay. That's right, no more save loading to run bosses. Now you can return to the arena and use Moxie's big encore machine to spawn another run.
But we'll talk more about endgame later. For now, let's jump ahead and show you something truly badass. In Borderlands 4, our bosses are bigger and better than ever, putting all your new skills, gear, and abilities to the ultimate test.
What on earth? That is insane, bro.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Spoilers. That's enough of that for now. But we look forward to showing you much more this June at our first hands-on gameplay event.
And from everyone at Gearbox, thank you for joining us.
I don't know, man. I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up too much here. Yeah, September 12th says it right there. I don't want to get my hopes up too much, but I mean, I keep saying it, right? I didn't play Borderlands 3, and I heard it was kind of, people didn't love it that much, but I mean, that's what I'm looking at here and seeing. I mean, from that deep dive, I definitely want to try it. I mean,